Good morning, guys. So yesterday we reviewed those diphthongs, and remember we only had 4 diphthongs that we reviewed: OI, OY, OU, and OW. So today, let's see what we're going to review. The first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go over our letter name cards again real quick. Are you ready? So I've got final syllable T-I-O-N, digraph U-E, diphthong O-U, ghost, digraph K-N, digraph E-I, trigraph T-C-H, digraph or diphthong O-W, trigraph D-G-E, digraph A-Y, diphthong O-Y, digraph E-Y, digraph A-W, final syllable D-L-E, digraph E-A, digraph A-U, digraph I-E, ghost, digraph G-N, combination A-R, digraph E-W, digraph O-A, final syllable G-L-E, combination Q-U, final syllable B-L-E, combination W-H, ghost, digraph W-R, digraph P-H, diphthong O-I, and then final syllable F-L-E. So today we are going to review our final stable syllables. Okay, so let's think about that. Final stable syllables. So final means I'm always going to find them at the end. That's right, they're at the end. Stable means that they are always the same. When you see B-L-E, it's always going to say bull. And it says, why do we call these final? Because they are at the end of words. Now, sometimes we might have a suffix afterwards, and that's okay. But at the end of the root word, it's going to be that final stable syllable. All right, let's review our final stable syllables we talked about, okay? So I have final syllable B-L-E, final syllable F-L-E, final syllable D-L-E, final syllable P-L-E, final syllable T-L-E, final syllable G-L-E, final syllable C-L-E, final syllable K-L-E, final syllable S-L-E, and final syllable Z-L-E, and then final syllable T-I-O-N. So besides final syllable T-I-O-N, what do you notice about all the other final stable syllables we talked about? That's right, there's a consonant and then L-E. And remember, when we code those, we always kind of follow the same one. We bracket them off, and that E is always silent since it's at the end of that final stable syllable. And the only one that we have that's the rule breaker is that T-I-O-N, because it makes a different sound. So let's go ahead and we're going to go over all of our final stable syllables, and then we're going to talk about why some of them are circled. Are you ready? So I have bubble, bull, final syllable B-L-E, ruffle, full, final syllable F-L-E, candle, dull, final syllable D-L-E, staple, pull, final syllable P-L-E, bottle, tull, final syllable T-L-E, bugle, gull, final syllable G-L-E. And remember, for final syllable C-L-E, we didn't have a picture to follow for it. But it's at the end of words like uncle. Okay, what about this one? Pickle, cool, final syllable K-L-E. Listen, cool, cool. So since that C and the K make the same sounds, those are the ones that are kind of tricky. And then over here I have final syllable S-L-E, which would be soul, and then final syllable Z-L-E, zol, like puzzle. And then this is the tricky one, final syllable T-I-O-N. And remember, it says shun, like lotion, okay? All right, so if you look, the ones that are circled are the ones that always kind of stay the same and they follow different rules. If I hear bull at the end of a word, I'm always going to spell it BLE. The ones that are not circled, there's a reason. So I have CLE and KLE. If I hear cool at the end of a word, I could spell it with CLE for some of them, or I could spell it with KLE for some of the other words. So there's not a rule to follow. You kind of have to know which way to spell it. And the same thing with sul and zul. Remember, sometimes that S makes the Z sound, and so they sound very similar. So sometimes they don't follow the same rules when we're sounding them out or spelling. So that's why they're not circled. All right, we're going to practice those final stable syllables now by pulling our activity sheet.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get ready to do our review sheet for our final stable syllable. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to try our spelling sounds. So if you hear the x, x sound, what do you think I need to write down? X, very good. How about y, y? Y, perfect. How about I, I? I, good job. B, b. B, perfect. Then a, A, R, good job. Sh, digraph sh, good job. All right, what about the sound? M, good job. Digraph th, good job. And then g, G, perfect. All right, we're going to go ahead and practice spelling some words that have those final stable syllables in them, okay? So if I want to spell the word table, what do I hear? T, t. T in the initial position, very good. T, A, and then I have bull at the end, so I'm going to put final syllable, B-L-E, very good. All right, let's try another one. How about apple? So I have A, P, P for the app, and then pull. Final syllable, P-L-E, very good. How about sniffle? So I have sn. What makes that sn sound? S-N, like snake. Sn, I. Very good, I. So there's the sniff, and now I need full. Final syllable, F-L-E, very good. Single, so I. So sing, then goal. Final syllable, G-L-E, very good. All right, so single, then we're going to come up and we're going to try to spell the word cradle. So I have cur, C-R, very good, cur, A, the A, and then dole. Final syllable, D-L-E, very good. Okay, how about little? I have O, L-I-I-T-T. So there's lit. Now remember, I have to have that because it's one syllable, lit. Then I say tull. So final syllable, T-L-E. Good job. Lotion. So I have O, L-O, and then shun. So T-I-O-N. Very good. Puzzle. So my first syllable is puzz. So P-U, and then Z, puzz. And then I add zul, Z-L-E. Very good. All right. On number 19, we're going to break apart and try to code the word rattlesnake. Well, rattlesnake is a compound word, so I know I need to break it up between rattle and snake because it's two different words. And then rattle is actually more than one syllable, so I've got to break it apart, okay? But I can figure out what one of the syllables is because it's got final syllable, T-L-E. So break that apart. Then my A is in front of a T, so it's short. So I have rat, tool. Very good. In our next word, snake, what do you notice about it? It's A consonant E. So long A, sneaky E. Snake. Rattlesnake. So where's the picture of the rattlesnake? Right there. Very good. Our next word, candlestick, is a compound word too. So where do I need to break it apart? Between candle and stick. Now look at candle. What do you notice? Final syllable, D-L-E. And you know what we forgot to do? We need to go back in rattlesnake and cross off that E. Remember on our final stable syllables, we always cross off the E because we don't hear it. Okay? And then in can, it's just a CVC word, so that A is going to be short with a breathe. Candle. Over on the last part, stick. You have an I in front of a CK, and remember, it's always going to be a short vowel in front of CK, so it's got to breathe. And then I need to underline that CK, and remember, I'm going to cross off the C because it just makes a K sound. I'm not going to say K, K. Candlestick. So where is that candlestick? Right there. Very good. All right, look at the next word, 21. What do you notice? Staples has a suffix S, so I need to box that off first. Then what else does staples have? Final syllable, P-L-E. So put your bracket up, like your wall. Cross off the E, and then A. Since that A is right in front of that final syllable, and it's the end of that syllable, it's going to be open, so it's going to be long with a macron. Staples. So where's the staples? Right there. Okay, what about our next word? Dribble. Dribble. Final syllable, B-L-E. So put your bracket up, cross off the E. Then on the first part, drib, your first syllable is just an I in front of a V. So I need to put that breathe on there to make it short. Dribble. Very good. All right, our next word. Now look carefully. This is cycle. Cycle. It's a s sound for that C. So I'm going to put the little cedilla because it's in front of a Y. Okay? And then I have final syllable, C-L-E, cross off the E, so cycle. Now over here, look at the Y. The Y is acting like a vowel. So what do I need to do to if it's acting like a vowel? I need to put that dot on it. Very good. So cycle, because it's acting as a vowel. Where's a cycle? Right there, that's right. And we forgot to put dribble. Where's the dribble? Basketball player is dribbling the ball up at the top. Okay, all right, on the next word, bridal. Bridal, what do you notice? Final syllable, D-L-E. So remember, put your bracket up, cross off the E. Now my first syllable says bri. It's a long I because, look, it's in front of the wall, so it's at the end of our syllable, so it's going to be open. Bridal, very good. Okay, how about the next word, eagle? Eagle. How would I code that word? Final syllable, G-L-E, cross off the E, and then E, that's digraph E-A, so it's a long E, silent A, eagle, eagle. And where's that eagle? Very good, down there. Bridle, do you know what a bridle is? A bridle is what you hold on to around the horse's neck right there. That's its bridle. And then our last word is carnation. Carnation. So what do you see? This is that different final stable syllable, T-I-O-N. So go ahead and put your bracket up there. And then what else does it have? Well, this is more than one syllable. Listen, carne. So we need to figure out where to break it apart. I have an A and an A. And then consonant, consonant. So we're going to break it apart between those two consonants. On the first syllable, car, I know that AR needs to be connected together because it makes the R sound. And then nay, that A is long because it's open at the end of that syllable. Carnation. And a carnation is a type of flower, so we're going to match it there. All right, so we have a picture to look at, and we're going to make some sentences, okay? So remember, we can find our verbs by having that ing at the end, because that tells me I'm doing something. So I have hanging, looking, sleeping, okay? All right, so let's see what sentences we can make. We found some of our verbs. We also have explore, Explore is a verb because it's something that you're doing. So it's a verb that we didn't have marked. People learn. Learn is a verb. We can highlight that. Live, looking, cave, dark, bats, ceiling, flashlight, and sleeping. And live is actually something that you can be doing too. All right, so let's look just at our first thing on our picture. What does that say? We could say who is that? What could you say? The boy is, what's he doing? Looking with what? With the flashlight. The boy is looking with the flashlight. So I used looking and I used flashlight, okay? What else can I say? What about these? The bats. The bats, what are they doing? Are hanging. That's right. The bats are hanging. All right, so here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. I want you to make at least one more sentence with some of the words that we have left, okay? All right, you guys have done an awesome job. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.